The mystery of the Ethiopian Bible.
The Ethiopian Bible is one of the most mysterious and debated books in history. Even the country of Ethiopia has many secrets people don't fully understand. But that's a story for another time. Ethiopia is one of the oldest nations in the world and the only African country that was never colonized. Because of this, Ethiopians trace their history back to Ham, one of Noah's sons, a connection even Jewish traditions confirm. But this video isn't about Ethiopia's history. It's about something incredible that Ethiopia has, the Ethiopian Bible.
So, what makes the Ethiopian Bible special?
The Ethiopian Bible is one of the oldest Bibles ever found, even older than the famous King James Version, KJV. While the KJV has 66 books, the Ethiopian Bible has 88 books, including writings most people have never seen. It contains parts of the Old Testament, New Testament, and unique scrolls. What's amazing is that these scrolls existed before Christianity officially came to Ethiopia in the 4th century. Unlike many countries, Ethiopia didn't receive Christianity from outsiders. It was already part of their culture.
Now, let's look at the Ethiopians' early Christian roots.
Ethiopia embraced Christianity early. A historian named Cosmos visited Ethiopia in the 6th century and wrote about how it was already a Christian nation. Ethiopia even welcomed Christians fleeing persecution from other countries. Some Ethiopian tribes have been worshipping the Christian God for over 3,500 years. Because of this, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, called Tewahedo locally, is one of the oldest Christian churches in the world, even older than the Catholic Church. Ethiopia also has one of the oldest illustrated Christian books ever found. It was written in an ancient Ethiopian language called Ge'ez and discovered in 2010 in a mountain monastery.
Let's also look at the story of Queen Sheba and King Solomon.
The Ethiopian tradition says the Queen of Sheba visited King Solomon in Jerusalem around 10th century BC. They had a son, Menelik, who became Ethiopia's first emperor. In 2012, scientists found evidence that supports this story. They discovered Ethiopian people's DNA shows mixing with people from Israel and Syria about 3,000 years ago, around the time the Queen of Sheba lived.
So the question remains, why is the Ethiopian Bible not accepted?
Even though the Ethiopian Bible is fascinating, most Christian groups don't accept it. Why? Number 1. Extra books. The Ethiopian Bible has books called pseudepigrapha. These are writings falsely attributed to biblical figures. Early Christian leaders didn't believe these books were inspired by God, so they left them out. 2. Too different. Over time, Christian leaders decided which books to include in the Bible. At meetings like the Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, they picked books they thought fit best. Other books, like those in the Ethiopian Bible, were left out. 3. Written in Ge'ez. The Ethiopian Bible was written in a language most people don't understand. Since there weren't many translations, it stayed unknown outside Ethiopia. 4. Political reasons. In the early days of Christianity, Roman leaders cared more about power than religion. They excluded scrolls that didn't fit their version of events.
let's now look at the two versions of the Ethiopian Bible.
There are two versions of the Ethiopian Bible. The broader canon. This version has 81 books, including rare texts like the Book of Enoch and Jubilees. The narrow canon, created by Emperor Haile Selassie, this version has 72 books and is considered the official version. The broader canon hasn't been printed since the early 1900s, which makes it very rare.
So how did the Bible survive if it has not been printed for that long?
The Ethiopian Bible's survival is incredible. It has endured wars, invasions, and even a fire in the 1930s that burned part of the monastery where it was kept. Despite all this, it remains intact. Today, people are more curious about the Ethiopian Bible, and churches are working to translate it into other languages so more people can read it.
So here are my final thoughts.
The Ethiopian Bible is like a time capsule, showing how the Bible has changed over the years. Its differences remind us that history, culture, and politics have all shaped what we now call the Bible.
Okay guys, so what do you think about the Ethiopian Bible? Does it change how you see the Bible history? Let me know in the comments section, and make sure you subscribe for more. And you can support us on Patreon to help us make more videos like this. The link will be in the description below. I will see you in the next video. Shalom and peace.